Hi, my name is Wilx, and this is episode 12 of Project Ozone. Well, we're now up to update 1.5.3D for Project Ozone. We've had an update every day for the last few days. So they've changed a few things in that. One of the important ones is they changed the recipe for the energy condenser. Now, in the previous episode, I did show you how to make a Philosopher stone with the new recipe, but I haven't showed you how to make an energy condenser with the new recipe. And I feel unfair taking advantage of this thing when I haven't shown you how to make one, getting past the bottlenecks that are involved, because they did make it a little more difficult to make one. So now you're going to need a block of Aeternalis Fuel, some dark matter, which involves more Aeternalis Fuel. You're going to need a total of 41 Aeternalis Fuel, as well as a few diamond blocks and a few other things to make this thing. Now, there's a couple of different ways of getting Aeternalis Fuel. One is with the Philosopher stone, and I showed you that in a previous episode. But even getting the Philosopher stone is going to be more difficult if you don't already have an energy condenser. You're going to need 41 stacks of coal to make 41 Aeternalis Fuel. On top of that, to make the Philosopher stone, if you're doing it with Semistable Nuggets, you're going to need over 5 stacks of diamonds and more than one Activated Division Sigils. You're going to use one up completely making these things to make your 4 blocks of semi-stable ingots. So you're going to need either a good sieving operation to come up with the coal and the diamonds, or you're going to need some good magical crops to come up with the diamonds and the coal. But there is another way to get there, to get Aeternalis Fuel. And some of you might have gotten lucky and got yourself an Energy Collector MK3 from the reward bags. And you can make the Aeternalis Fuel with these things. They work off of light, sort of solar powered. And the MK3 makes 40 EMC per second when you put a glowstone block over top of it. So it takes you about 3 to 4 minutes to turn one glowstone block into one Aeternalis Fuel. Now, if you were lucky and managed to get one of these in a loot bag, great. Use it, make it with that. Doesn't take you too long. However, if you're trying to make an MK3, notice that you're going to need red matter and an MK2. Red matter is going to take Aeternalis Fuel, so is for the MK2, you're going to need another dark matter there. It's going to cost you more than more Aeternalis Fuel anyways. So if you try to make the 41 Aeternalis Fuel with just an MK1, which still takes another star to make it. But if you try to make it with that, you're going to take over 24 hours of game time to make 41 Aeternalis Fuel. So you could make an MK1, you could leave your computer running and go AFK, leave it on overnight a couple of nights, that sort of thing, and get it that way. Or if you killed the Wither a bunch of times, you've got a few extra nether stars, you could make like 4 of them, cut your time by 4 doing it that way, and just make 4 MK1s. Since I have all the stuff, I've got lots of Aeternalis Fuel already, I'm going to make the MK3 and show you how to use it. So, to make an MK3, we first have to make the MK1. And what am I missing here? I don't have a furnace. I think I've got some over here, actually. Yes, I do. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, there we are. So just some glowstone, another star, and some glass. So that's our MK1. To upgrade to an MK2, we're going to need the MK1, some more glowstone, and some dark matter. I know I'm going to need a few of these, so we'll make 4 for now. I'm going to need more later. So that will be it for the MK2. And now the MK3. We're going to need red matter. And we've got our MK3. And I'm going to want a I'm going to use a glowstone nook. To the best of my knowledge, they will work just as well as an entire glowstone block to do this. And for now, I'm going to stick it over here somewhere. And we'll put our nook on top. And then if you take and put, you're better off using glowstone to fuel it rather, or to convert over to the Aeternalis Fuel. It skips 2 steps instead of using coal. So you put it in there. Okay, it's already changed to Mobius fuel. And in about 3 minutes I would have had to come back, get an Aeternalis Fuel out of it, and lock it on Aeternalis Fuel. So that means that it won't go any higher than that, because it would have you would have ended up with blocks of Mobius fuel otherwise. So, and then you stick like your 40 some odd glowstone in here and do it that way. We'll just stick some in there. There we go. Okay, so that's how you could get Aeternalis Fuel. Now, it's raining. I hate rain. Okay, I'm going to be like the dog from Up and get sidetracked here. Let's make a weather controller. This is from Draconian Revolution. We're going to need a Draconian core. Do I have this stuff? Yes. And we're going to need TNT. Do I have that stuff? No, I don't have the gunpowder in here. Have I got gunpowder over here? Yes, I do. Oh, and I may not have the sand either, so there's gunpowder and sand, right? I wasn't prepared for this. Didn't know we were going to be raining. So we need 2 TNT. Oh, we're going to need blaze rods. Do we have blaze rods in here? No. Have we got blaze rods in here? Let's make some more. That's plenty. Before I forget, let's put 1 back so I don't end up using them all. Okay. And oh, I'm going to need a cometh here. There it is. Enchanting table. Probably going to stop raining by the time I get this thing made. There we go. We've got a weather controller. And let's just stick it out of the way over here somewhere. Oh, and it needs, what does it take? Emeralds? I think it uses emeralds. I don't know for sure. I'm trying to remember. Emeralds are in this one, right? Let's leave 1 there in case. Turn rain off. Oh, I've got to apply a redstone signal. Well, there's a way to do that with the weather. What was it called? It's like a weather sensor or something. Rain sensor? Rain sensor. I'm not exactly sure what that took. Okay, let's get over here and see what we've got. Rain sensor is redstone, a bucket, cobble slab, and a weighted pressure plate. Okay, weighted pressure plate is going to be iron and cobblestones. We got any slabs in here? No. Oh, and we need a bucket. Trying to do all this before the rain stops, because I'll get it all done just as the rain stops. There we go. That gave it its redstone signal. You hear all that noise. And from now on, it's going to automatically stop the rain whenever it starts. Cool little thing. To do that, keep in mind that I needed draconium ingots. So you've got to have got those. I showed you how to get them earlier from the sieving operation, before it all got ripped out by the update. Okay, so where were we? We were still making a energy condenser. So the other thing we're going to need to make in here, I'm going to need 4 more dark matter, which I didn't make, is a molecular assembler. This involves some AE stuff. So we're going to need some quartz glass. We're going to need a formation core and a annihilation core. To make those, we're going to need logic processors. To make logic processors, we're going to need printed circuit logic and silicone. And to do that, we're going to need an inscriber logic press and a silicone press. So what we're talking about there, to get the presses, you get them from the loot bags. And you get them specifically from the common loot bags. This is all the stuff I picked up from common loot bags, opening a few of them. They do not come from uncommon or higher. So, we first off are going to need to make a inscriber. And to do that, we're going to need a Wilx crystal. To make Wilx crystals, you come over to a puddle of water. Oh, do I have my ring on? Yes, I do. Let's turn that off first. There we go. I just shift or sneaked with it while holding it. Okay, so we're going to need... oh. Maybe I can get away with this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And boom, they get turned that quickly into this. Okay, let's take half of this and we'll take it over to the sag mill or pulverizer. And we'll stick it in there and it'll make some Wilx dust. So we were back at this. Actually, I should have done that in the crafting grid because I think I got it all. There we go. So we've got our inscriber. And actually, I want to sit it up one. I'm not going to put it into the ground this time. I'm going to let you see it. And to do that, I need It's item conduit. Where's my good energy conduit? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. And we'll put one right here. Okay. So, to make silicone, oh yeah, let's show you that. Okay, you just have to throw sand into a sag mill, you get silicone. So we've already got a couple of them here. So we're going to take the silicone and the, oh yeah, it doesn't let it stack, I forgot about that. The silicone inscriber press. We're going to need to do 2 of those. Actually, we're going to need to do 3 of those. I need another one of them. No, actually, two's enough. What am I thinking? That's fine. And then we need gold and our inscriber logic press. Then what else did we need to make this thing? Whoops. We need some more redstone. Redstone is over here. Let's see how this thing's doing. So yeah, it's already made 4 Aeternalis Fuel in the time I've been playing. Okay. So we take out the presses. We put in one of those. One of those. And what was the other thing? Redstone. Started to rain again. Hear that noise in the background? And boom, that thing went off and turned my rain off again. So we got one of those. Now I could automate this whole thing, but I don't need to because they have an EMC value and I can make more of them. So it's no use my bothering to automate. There we go. Just so that I don't have to do it again later. Oh, figures. Don't want too many of them. So now we get our 2, and we'll put the rest in here again. Okay. So where were we on this thing? We've got our formation core. Oh, we need that Wilx dust and Certus quartz. I've got some charged. I don't want to use the charged. I want to use some regular Certus. So let's go, I think it's down here. Yeah, I can't use the elevators anymore because my ring keeps getting in the way. Okay, so where were we on this recipe again? I'm being very forgetful today. Shaped crafting. Which was our segment? Oh, that's it. Yeah, we need 3 of these. Whoops. Ah. Quit moving around. Yeah, so we're going to need 3 of these things. So I'm going to need more of... let's do it the quick way again. I need more of this stuff. Okay, and the other thing we needed was over here. What did I not have? I've got that. I've got that. Oh, and... is that what it was? Yeah. I need 2 more of those. All right, and then we're going to need 3 of these. Do I have the fused quartz? No, no fused quartz. I need 6, so we'll do that twice. Well, that didn't cut it. Oh yeah, no, I did 3 of those. Yeah, so that's right. Okay, and more dark matter. It was 3 of them, right? What did I mess up on? Oh, I probably don't have the block. And now I'm going to have another energy condenser, which I don't actually need right now. No. Okay. What's going on here? We've got 1, 2, 3. We've got our block. Oh, I made 3 dark matter. I needed to make 4 dark matter. That's what I did wrong. And how am I going to clear this? Okay. Now there. We have an energy condenser with the new recipe. And that's all taken care of. And as you can see, our Aeternalis Fuel is being made over here, turning glowstone and Aeternalis Fuel. You can see we've already got up to 6 of them. So it's not too bad with the MK3, but that's 10 times faster than the MK1. So, couple other odds and ends of things that I changed that I should show you. I upgraded these. I now have 5 stacks of world interaction upgrades and 48 speed upgrades in each of these things. So I'm now up to 182 sextuple cobblestone, and I've been using them as my fuel for the energy condenser. So I've used a lot of them. We've got a few new things coming. I haven't opened that many bags, but before it would have been all portal guns. Now we're getting some of these splat axes, some terrain eaters, some other armors, some mini coal. Oh, we got mini coal and mini charcoal now. Those things, normally if you use a whole chunk of charcoal, you'll burn the whole thing cooking one thing. Whereas these is sort of like coal divided in 8. So you use 1 for each cook. So you're better off using mini coal or mini charcoal in your furnaces. Yeah, I've already put them in there. So basically, to make those, all you do is you stick coal in a crafting grid. It breaks down into 8 minis. Or charcoal, and it breaks down into 8 minis. So that's one neat thing that's in here. What else was new in here? Oh, and we have these pistols. I have to check into these. These might be really good, but you're going to have to make the ammo for them. It's some sort of uranium ammo. Bullets, I guess. So I guess it's this one here. DU bullet. So you need uranium and some other things to make it. So you got to make your bullets. But these things should, using uranium and stuff, they're probably going to pack quite a wallop. I'm going to have to check into those later. We got the diamond zanes now as well from Ztones. They work as an axe, a shovel, and a pick, I think. So we've got a few extra things from the bags now. Other things I changed. To get the bags, I've got the bags, instead of going into the trash now, I've got them feeding into here. This is a filing cabinet. It's good at handling things that don't stack. And also I didn't have to set any filters. As soon as I put one bag in, the only thing that'll go in here are loot bags. Alright, so I guess that's it for this session. I hope you found it worthwhile. Please press the like button if you like what I did and want to see me make more of these. Hope to see you next time. Go out there and have fun. Thanks.